ado, I should, without any further ado, I would just like to start today's topic, which is stress management. My name is Dr. Prashant Chaudhary. I am a assistant professor at Sion Hospital, and I'm also a consultant psychiatrist working at Bandra. So, first of all, I would like to at the outset thank the principals and the faculty of the Sophia College and the students for agreeing to listen to me for this talk of about an hour. I would try to keep all of you engaged, but it would also depend on all of you. I must tell you that the chat box is right here in front of me, so that I will be able to see whatever you are writing. Feel free to interrupt me in between this lecture. Feel free to ask any questions if you have. Feel free to make any comments that you have during the lecture. Okay, so there is there would be separate time at the end of this talk for the question and answers. But of course do not worry if you have any other questions, or if in between you want me to explain something in more detail. So before I proceed ahead, with the permission of the faculties, I would like to share the presentation that I have.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah, thank you. So first and foremost, can everybody see the slideshow here, right here on the screen? And can everyone hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. Chalo. So this is my first slide again. Stress management, and and there was this T-shirt at Sion Hospital, which these undergrads have got made for their festival, which said "Kai nasta, enjoy" basically. So what is what is your idea? What is when I say stress management, or when I just talk whenever I'm talking about stress, what is your idea of stress? What do you understand by stress? Or what is stress to you? Anyone, just feel free to write in the chat box, or feel free to unmute yourself and answer. What do you think is stress? Freaking out, right? Omehani said that freaking out is stress, correct? If I'm pronouncing hypertension is stress. Of course, it's a stress on your system, stress on your body, correct? Idrisi said that hypertension is stress. Very right. Anyone else? Tension, something hamper the ability to focus, cause us to have headache and get irritated. Overthinking, Shruti says, right? Roshni is talking about headache, any kind of burden, which makes us don't do anything, something that causes exaggerated worry. Physical tension, of course, right? Something which keeps on disturbing you. See, even I don't even have to I just have to bring it out from all of you, right? Which is what your teachers can do for you. I hope all of you come back to classroom very soon, and I would like to meet you at the classroom as well, because again, but we have to use the platform that we have. We have to manage with the difficulties that we have, and keep the learning going on. So Janvi says panicking. Alina says stress is feeling being overwhelmed or unable to cope up with the mental or emotional pressure, feeling depressed or tensed, physical tension, of course, very good, or being mentally disturbed. That is, I just have the idea of how this lecture is going to be now. This is going to be a two-way lane, wherein I will be asking questions and you will be answering. Thank you so much for that response. So herein we understand stress is stress is anything which adds a burden to your system basically. So if I am holding this bottle, and if someone asks me to hold this bottle for 1 hour, that will lead to stress on my muscles. So that is also stress, correct? Am I right here? So this, just to hold this is not too heavy, but to hold this for 1 hour, like this, it will be stress, correct? That is a stress on my muscles. Or if, like someone said, hypertension, if my arteries are getting stiff, or, if my arteries are not as elastic now, so there will be a stress of blood on my arteries, which is what we measure as blood pressure. Everyone understood? So that's your stress of your physiology or your circulation on your body. So you have this different kinds of stresses, this is a physical stressor which is putting me under a physical stress. Then there is something known as emotional stresses. What are emotional stresses? So many of the answers in the chat box, this should be your notes actually, for later. So we have so many things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. Feeling depressed, Idrisi says, correct. That will be the outcome of the stress. Crying will be the outcome of the stress. Sadness, again, Umemahi, Idrisi, it's like outcome of the stress. Anxiety, like studying, studying in online mode, correct, Roshni? I know that this is very stressful. Like, trust me, I don't like this. I also prefer a classroom, but we have to adjust to the new world order, and which is how we have survived. Everyone knows evolution, right? How have humans survived? By adjusting to the different changes in the surrounding. Is that right? There are network issues in daily classes, correct? Feeling alone, feeling left out, feeling hopeless. Of course, there will be technological limitations. Like not everyone would be able to have a 4G or a Wi-Fi or something. Even I might have a connection drop, in between this lecture. But don't worry. So, what is stress management then? Tell me, what is stress management according to you? Just by this example. Yeah, you can make bad decisions, under stress, because you're not actually thinking with your mind, but you're thinking and reacting to these pressures outside. So what is stress management? If we set up our mind and I'm strong, and these feelings, they wouldn't affect us. I'm saying, so you give this example कि online classes में ये network चला जाता है, फिर हम लोग को बराबर से समझ में नहीं आता है. So how will we manage this stressors then? This stressor itself. Shravani says convincing ourselves that everything is fine, all is well or something like that. That would work, but not in all cases. So, if ये लेक्चर के बीच में अगर नेटवर्क चला जाता है, तो what would we be doing? What would we be doing? अगर लेक्चर के बीच में नेटवर्क चला जाता है, what can we do? That is a stress, right? We have to attend the lecture, and बीच में ही नेटवर्क चला जाता है, we are not able to attend, बीच में थोड़ा सा वॉइस गड़बड़ हो जाता है. So what would we do for managing this stress? Maybe Malika said this is in a general word, that you should have a courage and confidence that I can face it and I will solve it. So basically, what we can do in that case, is that wait for it, accept the limitations, being patient, accept the limitations of this network here, right? Accept that there can be interferences in between. Accept and try to deal with it. If at all you have missed a certain part, you would try to call one of your friends, and ask them, okay, what was there? Can you really help me make that understand or something? How you would manage the simple of just missing a problem. So stress management, using the resources that you have to try to make make the best out of a given situation. Use the resources that you have. You might not have everything, but like that song goes, you can't always get what you want, but if you try sometime, you will find that you will always get what you need. So we have to make do with the resources that we have got, which is what is stress management. Basically that means, if I cannot hold this water bottle for 1 hour, and I need this bottle right here in front of me, simple act of putting it on the table would mean that I have managed the stress. Or if I'm in a car and I can't just keep it right like that, maybe to have a bottle holder or a cup holder or something, or buy a bottle which can fit in that cup holder and put it there, would be how you would manage the stress. Is that right? Did you get it? Did you get what I'm trying to say? We cannot change the limitations of human body. Similarly, right? Correct. So we cannot change the limitations of human mind. So we have to make use of the resources that we have, which is how humans have progressed. We are very weak to survive in jungle. We would probably human babies are unable to walk until they are 8-9 months old. So we won't be able to survive in jungle. We are civilized. We are making use of this force and this we are making use of this remaining together, and and being strong. You must have heard that old story कि एक लकड़ी टूट जाता है. It's very it's everywhere, and when you make a bunch of it, it is difficult to break. So that's how humans have thrived and survived and have become one of the most, like, not just one of the most, but probably the most dominant species in the world. Is that right? You know, we have a help with the evolution with our brain, and we have used it. This is our strength. We have used it to come this far. Is that right? So now, like, so now that goes. So now that you know that this is how we have to manage stress using the resources we have, understanding our limitations, accepting that there are certain things that we cannot do, accepting that that now I am, like, say I'm currently living on 17th floor. I would not be able to climb up all the stairs for 17 floors. It would just, like, cause me to lose time, cause me to lose energy. But but 17, exercise करना है, ठीक है, 4 माले चढ़ लूं, ठीक है, बहुत हो जाएगा. 17 माले चढ़ के जाना is, like, it's madness. You cannot. So you have to manage your stress that way. So I'll use lift. I'll use lift. अगर lift खराब है तो वहां पे stress बढ़ जाएगा. फिर मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? Then I'll have to do something. I'll have to call someone. I'll have to make sure how I manage all these stressors. So that is the most important thing here. Right now that I was here, so Malika says stress is a part of life. So that doesn't mean that we have to be frustrated of having stress. By listening music, sharing feelings, having word-to-word conversation. Of course, exactly right. Stress is part of life. Basically, stress is life. Like, you are alive because you are put under stress, and you are alive. Like, you are being pushed to do something. See what has happened. See what has happened when we were forced to just stay inside our houses without any aim, or without, like, without knowing when is our exam. Like, all of you have passed out from 11th to 12th standard now, right? You don't know when is your exam going to be, if your exam is going to be there or not, whether there will be an entrance test, or what format would that be. Isn't all that a part of a stress to you? Isn't it? Tell me if it is not. Yes, right. And plus there is no venting, like, there's no getting out of it, right? You cannot really run away from it, correct? So so understand here, because this complete process is very stressful. All these things, like, that we have to go through here. I can understand, like, your situation. Like, that we like, comparatively we had it easy because there was no pandemic going on. But in this scenario, it is very stressful to, like, to go through every day not knowing what lies ahead, correct? And even the people up in the hierarchy are unable to make decisions because nobody is able to predict this virus. So again, this is a part of a, accumulated stress on all of us over here. What I'm trying to say here is that, so there's just only simple one way how, how stress is managed in your body. There's just one way how stress is managed in your body. Actually, not one, like, one way, two forks. So it's either fight or flight. I don't know if you have, like, if few amongst you are the biology students, you might have heard of sympathetic nervous system. Have you heard of something known as sympathetic nervous system? Yes, great. So this is the nervous system which gets activated due to what? Sympathetic nervous system gets activated because of what? I got a lot of yeses from Divya, from Roshni, Anjali, Idrisi, Nazifa. So a sympathetic nervous system, basically it's the system which is in place in your body, which gets you ready for stressors. There are only, one way, two forks through which this response is either by fighting the stressors or flighting, like, running away. Simple. Nature only knows two ways. If it's a predator, run away. If it's a prey, go and catch it. Is that understood? Fight or flight, run away or catch the prey, run away from predator or catch the prey. Is that understood? Yes, great. I've got yeses from Sakshi, Shravani, Sushmita, Ikra. Okay. I hope I'm pronouncing your names correctly, but you just have to pardon me if I'm not. Munaza, Isha. So usually, so you see now what happens. So Malika says that usually I don't take stress. I am like jo hoga, I will see it at that time. Okay, that's a strategy. You are also, that's also one of the strategies. It might not work always, but it will work. Okay. So now, see, now you know that what happens is that either you are going to run away or you're going to catch the prey. So your body gets ready in these two ways only. Basically, your body gets ready to either run or or to catch the prey, which is why your heart rate increases. In when you face threat, your heart rate increases so that your heart now needs to pump the blood to the extreme parts of your body. So your heart rate increases, because it has to pump the blood to the tip of the toe, so that every muscle should get the blood. Your breathing rate increases so that there should be more oxygen. See, and what is the response of anxiety? Your breathing rate increases, your heart rate increases, you feel your heartbeat, which is known as palpitations. Then you feel like you sweat a lot, because there is this lot of energy producing which is getting produced in your body. So in order to diffuse the heat, you sweat a lot. So that is the normal response of anxiety in all living beings, including humans. But if your teacher is if your teacher is, say, yelling at you, if your teacher is reprimanding you for something, can you fight or run away? It wouldn't be much adaptive response, right? You can say sorry, correct, exactly. You can't fight, neither can you run away. Similarly, I'll give you other situations. So if you have had a fight with with your friends or something, you feel that anxiety, but your body is getting ready to either fight or run away, but can you really do it at all times? That's what has happened in COVID. So understand that COVID is a threat to our lives. We can see that day in and day out, that it is a threat to your life. Okay. Now, can you really fight it physically, or can you run away from it? You can't, right? Or exams, for that matter. If your exams, you have that stress, you have that feeling of your breathing rate has increased, your heart rate has increased, but you cannot really physically fight exams, yet your body is getting ready to fight, because evolution has made your body in this particular manner to get ready to fight, or to get ready to run. So that's the only way your body or your physiology understands. But your brain knows that I have to hold this pen, and although there is increase in blood supply to my hand muscles to get ready to fight, I don't have to make a fist. I have to just hold it like this and write the paper. Right? Is that right? Is that understood? Any doubts until so far? Great. So you get it. So you have to hold a pen, and or similarly, when your teacher is reprimanding you, you have to understand that that you can't just come up with excuses. They might have their reasons to do that, right? So you have to just manage this physiological changes which are happening in your body, like your body is responding. So that's where this mind body paradigm comes into play. Your mind body dichotomy comes into play. So this is your body, this is like moving under the stress. Your brain needs to hold it. Your brain needs to hold it. Okay. Now, as long as you can, if this is not much, the brain can hold it. But if this is too much, the brain won't be able to hold it, and that's when the brain also starts to get jittery, which is what has happened, which is what is the outcome of the stress. Is that understood? That is known as distress, which is what we need to which is what all of us have to face from on a daily basis, and plus there is this added thing, on your generation, on you people who are giving your one of the most important exams in life. So there's this added burden of COVID. Now you can't run away, you can't fight, you have to just sit at one place, right? And for so for so many people, like, staying in Bombay, probably only social distancing would only be possible when they are, like, going out in the evening. Is that right? When they just, like, go for a walk at Shivaji Park, or maybe when they are sitting on a marine place, right? Only social distancing would be possible there, and probably not in the small house they're living in. So that has led to many problems. Like, yeah, most of them don't wear masks, right, Prachiti? That's very unfortunate. Everyone should understand that, only way, that we can control this pandemic is through vaccines and masks. That's it. Vaccines and masks. Only thing. This is such a simple thing. And yet, Prachiti, what happens that, when you are anxious, you're jittery, and you would feel like, okay, my God, I'm not able to breathe properly when your breathing rate is high. And that also makes so many people just remove that mask, right? And there's this movement constantly going. You understand how anxiety can be mask. Correct. Some wear mask on their chin and not on the face. So the other day I was standing in the line at that Damodar Das Mithai Wala at Dadar, and there was a guy who was wearing his mask like this, and the shopkeeper reprimanded. The shopkeeper said कि अरे जरा mask बराबर से पहनो. And that guy was saying कि मैं अंदर थोड़ी आ रहा हूँ, मैं तो बाहर ही खड़ा हूँ. He just had that reason to give to him. पानी पूरी खाते समय तो कोई मास्क नहीं पहन सकता अंजलि. Some people don't wear because they are not used to it. Yeah, of course, like, everyone has their reasons, but if your convenience comes second when it's someone else's life is at stake. Is that right? One should wear mask properly, and one should get vaccinated as soon as your number comes. That's the only way we're gonna come out of it. So भगवान मुझे बचा लेंगे. That's one of the things. Okay, let's just say okay. Stress management, काय नसतं, enjoy. So that's the first slide. This was just something on the T-shirt of the Sion undergrads. काय नसतं, enjoy. But we have seen so many things now. I'm gonna move on to the next slide now that you have understood this. Just one thing before that. So your body, like, so your physiology, basically your heart and your kidney, all these organs have been there. Like, you must have seen it in this particular, like, you might have this chapter on evolution, chapter on conquest of land in botany. Do you have that? Do you have those chapters? Conquest of land in botany, or evolution, and how most of the fetuses they are seen as the same, like, from amphibians to reptiles and, mammals. Do you understand that? Evolution is there, correct, Aditi? Malika says mask is not the mask, it's a fashion to everyone, correct? So yeah, so I was talking about evolution. So understand that heart is the oldest organ. It is evolving through, like, millions of years of evolution, right? Kidney is very old organ, but your brain, this prefrontal cortex that humans have, is just few lakhs years old, and hence, it doesn't function as well as your heart and your kidney. And hence we need stress management, because this is just, like, very recent. Give it few more million years and probably you would not need psychiatrists, and you would not need stress management lectures and everything. And let any pandemic come, let any alien attacks come, you will be able to manage your stress. Is that understood how evolution works? Since this is new, this prefrontal cortex, hence we have to manage stress. Just remember that there's biology to it. So let's go for the next slide now. So this is what we have done. Thank you, Mimai. So, right, if you define the problem correctly, you almost have the solution, Steve Jobs said. So that's what we have done now, haven't we? We have defined the problem correctly. We have defined what is stress. We have defined the management of it, and we all have the answers. So maybe we can just stop the lecture here and you can move on, right? But no, we have time. So I would like to talk to you guys more. So now we have defined this problem correctly. Then now we have to manage the stress. One thing that you need to understand is that stress is not the problem. Distress is the problem. Stress is not the problem. Distress is the problem. Basically, distress is what? Being stressed because you're stressed. Getting it? That is the problem. You know, you will be sad at times. You will be angry at times. But if you're sad because you're sad, well, that is a problem. You're getting more angry because you're angry. That is a problem, and that's what we have to deal with it, right? So stress is not a problem. Remember that. Distress is the problem. Getting stressed because you're stressed is the problem. When we understand that correctly, we will be able to manage it better. We should go to sleep that time, and after waking up we feel energetic, right, Roshni? That's one way to energize your brain. There's a biology to it. So there's a part in your brain which is known as reticular activating system in your brain stem. When you sleep, the neurotransmitters there or chemicals there, they get replenished, and that's why you wake up. So yeah, we should go to sleep. Janvi said she didn't understand what, and so asked me, what do you want me to repeat again? So basically, you're sad is fine. I hope this is what you want to know. But if you're sad because you're sad, why am I sad? Why? What's the what's the point? So then that's the problem. You're stressed is not a problem. When you're stressed because you're stressed, that is the problem. Charger of brain is sleep. Correct, Salma. You have to know that which things make us stress and finding solutions how to get out of from it or share with the close one. Exactly right, Aisha. That's what distributing. You have to distribute that energy. There's this pent up thing. Remember this particular thing, and your brain is not able to hold it. Talk to someone about it. Right? Sometimes you feel sad for no reason at all. Correct? Sometimes it's not possible for you to decipher why exactly am I sad or something. But see if it is lasting for a long time. See if it is making you miss your lectures. See if it is making you cry all the time. See if it is having that impact on your biology, basically your sleep, appetite, your bowel, bladder. Then that's a problem. So yes, it's like we're on a train and asking ourselves why I am on a train. Yeah, Shravani. Yeah, that could be one example that we can give, right? Sometimes I feel to cry. That is very natural. That is going to happen. Sometimes you would feel like crying, and then that's completely okay. And it's okay to do that, because sometimes this just becomes too much for your brain to handle. So it has to have some outlet, and that is what it is. This is the stress, and this is your brain trying to manage it. So that's okay. Now, since we have defined this problem now, let's move on to the next slide. Must have seen Piku. Who has seen Piku? Great. So you must know this dialogue, right? Motions mein hi emotions hai. Correct. This is very scientifically correct, by the way. Anjali Shravani says, me, I hope many of you have seen Piku. If you have, and you should, it's a great movie. Again, so motions mein hi emotions hai has a scientific basis, which is what I'm going to tell you, like to you all science students here, is because the hormone in your brain which manages your stress is serotonin, and that is the same hormone which manages the movement of your gastrointestinal tract. So serotonin is in the brain managing your stress, and serotonin is in your gut managing your food. So motions mein hi emotions hai. Is that understood? इसीलिए सैड फील होने पे भूख नहीं लगती है. कभी कभी किसी किसी को ऐसा उल्टी जैसा होता है, बहुत ज्यादा रोना आने के बाद होता है, किसी किसी को सर दर्द करने लग जाता है, उल्टी जैसा होने लगता है, और लोग बोलते हैं कि या सी राइट, गैस हो गया मेरे पेट में और इसीलिए नींद नहीं आती है. एंड सम पीपल फील मोर हंग्री व्हेन दे आर सैड. दैट्स आल्सो करेक्ट. It depends on your own, depends on your own body basically. It's kind of like कि किसी को सर्दी होता है ना तो नाक बहता है, किसी को सर्दी होता है तो नाक बंद होता है. करेक्ट. Depends on your structure of your nose. So किसी को डिप्रेशन होगा तो ज्यादा भूख लगेगी. Depends on your chemical imbalance. किसी को डिप्रेशन होता है तो भूख नहीं लगती है. See, Nira says she doesn't feel like eating when she's sad. It's very important to share all these things, like to understand that you are not alone in this battle. Every one of us go through it, and this is physiological. नींद किसी की नींद आती है, करेक्ट, एग्जैक्टली राइट. Headache starts whenever you cry. Some people have this stomach pain. People, many people some people just describe their anxiety as nausea. Unko they don't or I'll give you this one more example, this basically, women have been working in their households, say housewives, who are working in their household, day in and day out, or even women who are going out to work and they come back home and they have to still work more. They so many times they have this, backache, they have this पैर में दुखना. कभी हुआ है आपकी मम्मी ने आपको बोला है कि मेरा पीठ दर्द कर रहा है आज बहुत, या फिर मेरे पैर में बहुत दर्द कर रहा है, आज मेरा बिल्कुल कुछ करने का मन नहीं कर रहा है? हुआ है, करेक्ट. यू नो ये पैर में जो है ना, ये जो दर्द है ना पीठ और पैर में, या एक्चुअली पीठ और पैर में दर्द नहीं होता है. दिस इज बिकॉज ऑफ देयर नर्वस सिस्टम, बिकॉज they are working, they are exhausting their nervous system so much that they are feeling all this pain, because of all the work that they are doing day in and day out, not asking for anything in return. वो ये नहीं बता सकते तुमको कि मुझे दुखी लग रहा है या फिर मुझे उदास लग रहा है. वो उनका लैंग्वेज है कि now she is not feeling all right. Is that understood? It is so important to know that, right? When when they have this thing, so many women come to our OPD, with this somatic complaints, taking painkillers for years at a stretch, but never getting better. And then just a simple, low dose of the medicine that we have helps them. Or maybe just there's one of our man says that this is a defense mechanism for their body to take the rest which is necessary. Is that understood? So next time your mom tells you that उनका पैर दर्द कर रहा है, उनका पीठ दर्द कर रहा है, this is what you have to remember. Probably she's just trying to tell you that she's not feeling right. Taking medicine every day is also not good. Exactly. So you have to just complete the course and stop them. You can't take medicine, painkillers, every day, every time you feel pain, because painkillers just work on that here, yahan pe. But you have, if it is happening so frequently that you have to take painkillers for years at a stretch, it is better to seek the help, or seek the help from a psychiatrist, or from a basically to understand why the pain is not going away although I'm taking painkillers for so long. That's what I'm saying. Taking medicines for nothing is good or bad. Basically what I'm trying to tell you here is that everything has a side effect. I'll tell you one example. Do you guys know of this equation? C6H12O6 plus 6O2 gives you 6CO2 plus 6H2O, if I'm stating that correctly. How the carbohydrates are utilized in your body? Have you guys heard of electron transport chain? नहीं सर, नहीं सुना रहेगा तो छोड़ दो. माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया में एटीपी बनता है, पता है? पता है, माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया में एटीपी बनता है. तो जो सेल के अंदर जब एटीपी बनता है जिस जगह पे, उसी जगह पे while utilizing glucose, ऑक्सीजन फ्री रेडिकल्स बनते हैं उसी जगह पे, which is responsible for us aging. हमारा जो उम्र बढ़ता है वो फ्री रेडिकल्स की वजह से बढ़ता है. बट उसका मतलब है हम लोग ऑक्सीजन ब्रीथ करना छोड़ देंगे क्या? Will we stop breathing? So exactly, what keeps you alive is actually what kills you slowly. What I'm trying to tell you here is that everything has a side effect. Everything has a side effect. Yeah, that's the so everything has a side effect. So we have to manage, we have to see the risk benefit. Is there more risk of taking the medicine than the benefit? Don't take medicine. Is there more benefit in taking the medicine than the risk? Well, that's how you have to decide. The risk benefit ratio is what decides that. So not everyone will require that, but if you're taking painkillers for 10-15 years and and it is not helping, you still keep on getting the pain, that's when you need to seek help. So but everything, so that's yes. So Aisha says everything is certain limit, correct? Depends on one's perspective. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that life is this balance between all these stressors. It's basically, if you are living in a bubble, you would not you probably would not be affected by anything around you. But even in that case, you have to take, again, we are always in flux with, flux with our surrounding. जो हम लोग खाना खाते हैं वही तो हमारे आर्टरीज में कोलेस्ट्रॉल बन के डिपॉजिट होता है ना. खाना खाना कैसे छोड़ेंगे? और कोलेस्ट्रॉल भी जरूरी है. तुम्हारा सेल वॉल तो, सेल मेम्ब्रेन तो कोलेस्ट्रॉल से बना है. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So life is this balance between, all these things, like, which are, like, which are right there around you, which in the right amount, titrated amount, keeps you alive. Roshan says, I wonder how medicines work. If I take it, it goes to tummy, but then my headache is automatically gone. Because from your tummy it goes to your blood stream. तो जो तुम्हारे स्टमक और इंटेस्टाइन में ब्लड वेसल्स होते हैं ना, वहां से वो एब्जॉर्ब होके तुम्हारे खून में जाता है और खून से वो तुम्हारे ब्रेन में जाता है. So that's how the medicines work. And yes, everything has pros and cons, right? Like Laiba said. So thank you so much for that. So motions mein emotions hai. Watch Piku. This is a slide that I put here to make you understand how you can have different symptoms because of stress. Okay. Next thing is this diagram. Like, this is what we have been discussing. So what do we want? Do we want too little stress or too much stress? What happens when there is, Prachiti says too little stress. Too little stress is what has happened to us in COVID when there is nothing else. So we want moderate stress, like, we want eustress. So if there is no stress, basically, if there is no stress, see what happens on the slide. If there is no stress or too little stress, impaired attention, boredom, you can get confused, you might feel apathetic, nothing, like, there's nothing to do, nothing to live for. So that's what is, that is also a distress, a form of a distress. No stress, we won't be able to do anything. The food that we are eating has, the glucose that we're taking has a stress on our body, and because our insulin is right, because we don't have diabetes, हमारा blood sugar कभी नहीं बढ़ता है. Correct? But the क्योंकि भाई हमारा बॉडी कंट्रोल नहीं कर पा रहा है उसको. करेक्ट? सो इस पर ज्यादा ग्लूकोज खाएंगे तो इधर जो चार्ट में राइट साइड में तुमको दिख रहा है वो सब होगा. कम ग्लूकोज खाओगे तो हाइपोग्लाइसेमिक हो जाओगे. So you want right amount of glucose to keep yourself, focused. You keep yourself active. So that's what is the eustress. You need it, right? So glucose is a stress here. Understand that glucose is a stress. It's not bad. Stress is not bad. Too much glucose is distress, which is bad. Too little glucose is distress, which is bad. Stress, it's fine now, sir. No, I still have stress, Ikra. Otherwise, I wouldn't be motivated to teach you further. Correct. Laiba says that if you are happy always, then we won't be able to value happiness. So just one thing that we have to understand, that happiness is not a state of mind. Basically in your life you wouldn't be like always happy or something. That would mean that there is something wrong with you actually. There are always bouts of happiness, like on a normal constant life there are bouts of happiness which progresses you further. I'll explain it to you. So happiness is like it's because of this dopamine. It's because of this hormone known as dopamine in your brain. I'll explain it to you how it works. So when you're children, like there are always ups and downs in life. Correct, on my mind. So when you're children and when you're just lying in your jhula or or on your bed or someplace, and you're making these noises like kuka, me, something, whatever, and then you say ma, and suddenly everyone in the household just looks at you. Oh my God, he said ma or she said ma or something. Everyone looks at you, and then you get like so not consciously, but that baby gets motivated. Okay, I say ma, all these people, they give me attention, and they say mama, and then they say there is even more attention. Mama, they have they are giving me more attention, so I must have said something right. And that in that is evaluated as dopamine in the baby's brain. So वहाँ पे dopamine बढ़ जाता है. तो उसको ऐसा लगता है कि अच्छा मामा बोलना अच्छा है. And that's how we learn language. That's how we learn language. That's how we learn to speak, because of that dopamine outburst, that happiness outburst in your brain, basically, when you're kids. And that's what happens. Dopamine is a hormone of happiness. So when someone does something nice for you, you feel happy. There's this dopamine boost in your brain and you feel happy. But you won't be happy always. You will be at this state, and then suddenly someone does something, you'll be happy. But you don't have to be happy. Like, you don't have to be that there always, because if it's too much, that will lead to distress here. There will be burnout. You will be disorganized. यहाँ पे होता है वो, ठीक है? Because I'll tell you what is too much happiness. To give you example, it's too much dopamine. So if this substance use disorders, alcohol use disorder, nicotine use disorder, or this cannabis use disorder. So normally in life, the most happiness or the most amount of dopamine released is 200. By anything that can make a human being the most happy, it's 200. While alcohol releases it to the tune of 1,000, nicotine releases it to the tune of 2,000, cannabis to the tune of 3,000. So nothing that you do in your life will then give you as much happiness as those, like as much of dopamine as those drugs. And that's why you have substance use disorders. Like you lose balance, you get burned out, you get disorganized. Is that right? Do you understand what substance use disorder means there? It's simply, it's just meddling with your chemistry. Idrisi says, I would like to share my feelings. I was that she was so much tense before the lecture. Now she's feeling stress free. So so this is what is like. This is what is making me like, see, this particular, yeah, it's a seesaw, Nazifa. It can be described as a seesaw. Correct. You have to balance it. So all these interactions with you people is what is keeping me going. This is focused attention. I'm able to rationally answer your questions. It's because of this. If there was just silence over here, I would have felt like I'm talking to the wall. Isn't that right? So that's why this interaction, this exchange of things is very important. I gave you two examples, one of dopamine, second of glucose, to explain you what is eustress, right? Understand, we want eustress. So we want classrooms, we want homework, although it might feel like a distress at times, right? Oh my God, too much of a homework or something like that. But that's because we did not complete it on time. Otherwise, it's a eustress which will keep you focused, which will keep you moving towards your exam, which will keep your thinking rational, which will strike the balance in life, and balance in life is essential. Correct, Ikra? Right? So that's what was the purpose of this particular diagram. Like, what is eustress, which is what is we are hoping to get in life. And when there is distress, like, when there is infection, that leads to fever, that leads to distress. So that's how this stress thing works, like, with this bell-shaped curve. We should try to do our work on time. That would, like, that will distribute the stress over a period of time, rather than trying to study a night before exam. Oh my God, I can't sleep now. And if I don't sleep now, I'll sleep in exam. So Roshan has bought a book named How to Be Happy. And the first chapter is what introducing about sadness. And now that book is still lying on my table. See how important it is to understand sadness before you read a book How to Be Happy. So read that chapter. Because of a continuous chatting also might be you're getting stress. Ikra, yeah, I would have gotten under stress, like, because of the continuous chatting, if that wasn't to the point, if that wasn't like, to this topic, and you would have just asked me random questions. But when I would have tried to manage it, because I'm trying to, I'm managing this stress, and try to do that. I'll try to manage that as well. So so this was the purpose of this particular slide. I'll move on to the next slide. There are these different types of stresses, acute stresses. Tell me, even sometimes parents force their child to tip in their exam and many more, top in their exam and many more. Yeah, correct. There are those added pressures, correct, right, Fariha? So tell me, what are the acute, like there is acute stress, episodic stress, and chronic stress. Have you heard of these terms, acute, chronic? These are all this is English terms, used in medical jargon a lot of time. You know what is acute, right? So tell me examples of acute stressors. Suddenly, correct, Hazra. Tell me what are the examples of acute stressors in life? Anyone seeing for the first time, immediate. Yeah, what are the examples for the acute stress? राइट लेक्चर चालू होने वाला था और मेरा डिलीवरी आ गया मैं डिलीवरी गाय नॉक्ड ऑन माय डोर so I had to tell all of you to just excuse me. I'll go and collect that and come back here. Isn't that an example of acute stress? Or suddenly lion comes in front of us. Yeah, if I would have opened the door and there was lion standing inside the door, it would have been wow, acute and and it's very increased stress or something like that. Or maybe right now, if some of you leave your mic on and you say something about about me or about your teachers or something, and you find out later that your mic was on, wouldn't that be acute stress? Oh, Roshni says in maths it means below 90 degrees. Acute. Okay, that's cute. That's acute. Just a just an attempt at a PJ here. So that's what a mini heart attack feels like, right? Right, correct. Dramatize an argument with your spouse, correct. So Sonali, Sonali Tudilkar has said. So then can there be obtuse stress? Yes, there can be obtuse stress, which is your chronic stress. So chronic stress is an obtuse stress when it is just not in that that your 90-degree limit, it gets beyond that 90 degrees limit. So now it is becoming 180 degrees, like all encompassing. Then it becomes 360 degrees. Then it becomes circle. The right angle stress is that what we are looking for in life? Suddenly seeing someone hiding behind the door at night would be really terrible. That's fear, correct. So what is so acute stress is this example that I've given. Chronic stress is what you're going through, dear. So chronic stress is like not knowing when the exam is going to be. Chronic stress is not knowing when, if you are going to be evaluated on the basis of your 12th standard exam, or is there going to be a entrance test. Isn't that a chronic stress? On 360, it's 360 degrees for you. So look at that. It's a chronic stress, ongoing stress throughout the day. You have to think about it at least once, right? Many times. Happening at a time when I suddenly come to know that I haven't done my mom's work and I get forgot. Yeah, you forgot, right, Ikra? So so this particular stress, this is chronic stress in life, and there are chronic stresses. There are so many chronic stresses. Glucose that you eat, the food that you eat, the water that I drink. It's my kidney's responsibility to clean up my blood, right? So the water that I drink is also important. Teachers taking surprise test. That will be a chronic stress if they have forewarned you that there are gonna be a surprise test, like at any point in time, right? That is more like episodic. That then it comes as an episodic stress. Like your exams are your episodic stress. हर 6 महीने में exam आ जाएगा, whatever the way. Like if you have unit test or something like that, that's your episodic stress. Correct. Announcing marks in front of the class. I have been there, and it wasn't right. Yes, how could I forget that most tragic situation? Wow. So you understand what's acute, episodic, and chronic stress. Can anyone give me any other example of episodic stress? Any other example of episode? Irritability, uncontrolled anger, parents calling for having a talk is a stress. Yeah, Ansari, correct, Aisha. So calling parents to give complaint would be episodic stress, correct? So you're very right. So before I proceed ahead, is there a 12:30 time limit and I have to stop at 12:30, or I can go on for 15-20 more minutes?
So you can go for more 10-15 minutes.
Okay. Thank you. Just let me know if I have to stop. Okay. Chalo,
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. I've got very empathic responses that so you want to continue this ongoing stress here, right? Series of stress is episodic. Correct, correct, correct. Good. So let's move on to the next slide now. Breathing. That's what everyone tells us, right? You know, breathing. What do you have to do? You can just breathe right or something like that, right? So your breathing is something, you know. Can you control your heartbeats? Can you, like, you know, at will control your heartbeats? Can you control your blood pressure at will? मेरा blood pressure अब मैं कम करेगी. No, we can't, right? That's only in God's hand. Can you control your breathing rate though? Yes, you can. But do you have to remember to breathe, or it just goes on automatically? Automatically. Yet you can exert some control on your breathing, right? Oh my sister forgot to breathe. There's a syndrome, like read about Ondine's curse. It's a it's a story from Greek mythology. Read about Ondine's curse. Then Ondine, Ondine's curse. So you see, so breathing is one thing which is automatic, and yet you can have certain degree of control over it. Is that right? In a way, Sakshi says yes. Yeah. Yes, I can forget to breathe. Shravani says, but my body and nose can't because it's physiological. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen continuously. So, like breathing, are your thoughts. Can you control? Like, can you really stop thinking? No, you can't. There are multiple thoughts in your head. Like, you know, even right now, going on in your head. You can't stop thinking. अगर मुझे कोई series देखना है, तो can I just, like, you know, focus there if I like it? या फिर मुझे अगर कुछ पढ़ाई करनी है, तो मैं किताब लेके जब पढ़ूंगा, तो can I focus on that? Which means we can control thoughts, although it goes on. Similarly, we can control breathing rate, although it goes on. And that's why breathing exercises also help you get in more control of your thoughts as well. So if you breathe, you know, breathe in and breathe out, only these breathing exercises, which are, like, you know, which can be taught, like transcendental meditation and everything, you know, which would be, like, you know, another lecture for, we will have to take another lecture for that. But I will be, you know, sending few YouTube videos which have this breathing exercises, you know, stop our brain, like, you know, just not stop our brain, but to focus our brain on a particular point. So I'll do that. I'll share with you with you know, which is with the staff and the teachers, and they will be able to share it with you. So that's why breathing and thoughts, they go hand in hand. That's why control over breathing actually can lead to more control and more focus on your thinking. Is that understood? Shravani says we can't concentrate on the book, like, you know, when you open. So that's why exercises can help you do that, and that's why you have to breathe in and breathe out and evaporate stress. That's why we say take a deep breath. You know, that just gives you a control over your own physiology. Like, you know, drama can be watched till 4 a.m. but not studies. So make your studies dramatic then, Roshni. So, like, you know, read like you have to teach it to someone. Read like you have to teach it to someone someday. So I think that our brain keeps on thinking every single minute, but it stops thinking in our exam time. That means it is not getting focused. All the information is right here in your brain, but you are not able to focus it. That's why you're not. There's a problem. Like, you know, there's a difference between retrieval and recognition. You can recognize something. बेसिकली मुझे एक जार में अगर घी रखा है, तो वो मुझे समझेगा उसमें घी है उसको निकालने के लिए चम्मच like anchor to bring out that ghee basically from that jar, say jam or sauce. Yeah, you need to have that pichku, which is an anchor again. So you have to have those cues in your memory, like you have to have those anchors in your memory to retrieve that information. So while you're studying, remember the difference between recognition and recollection. There is difference in recognition and recollection. Remember that. For recollection, you need anchors. Is that understood? Great. So you will do good. I will be able to share some material on the same as well, how memory works and how you can use different memory tricks to be able to remember more. I'll do that. Okay. It will provide more information, how to be able to retrieve it. Retrieve it is very important skill to learn. I'll help you with the material regarding that. Okay. So this was this slide. Next slide up. How many of you have seen the movie of Idris says I should take a lecture once every week. Thank you. Thank you. I'll try to do that. I love taking lectures. So it's an animated movie. Yes. If you have watched Up, you would, see what the purpose of this particular cartoon. Like if you haven't watched Up now, I wouldn't want to spoil it for you. Go ahead and watch Up. It's a brilliant, like how what happens in this movie, and the purpose of this slide was like how cartoons, like can help you actually get out of this, stresses, like how things are so easy. Nobody gets nobody gets hurt, like in this Tom and Jerry when they're just fighting with each other. So how this children's, like this material, like children's material is something that can be very then don't say anything, I'll watch it today. Okay, Shravani, I won't say anything. So so how this cartoons and this animated material, the children's stuff basically can help us, can just make the world look so easy in the times when it is needed. If you must have watched the Doraemon, that comes, like you study that Doraemon has a gadget for everything basically, right? So there's just no problem in Nobita's life except for Jian and Sumio, maybe, right? Ikra says her favorite. Yeah, it's my favorite too, Ikra. So I don't know. Are you talking about the Shinchan? Yes, Shinchan. Of course, of course. So, so how many? I'll try to watch it. Marsh and the Beer. This is like I don't know if the relatively newer ones. Tom and Jerry. Yes. Motu Patlu goes on. So as a psychiatrist, I also have to deal with children's cases. So I have to know the language of children as well. If I were to ask them like some certain questions to check their memory and their understanding, I have to ask them who's Doraemon or who is Shinchan. What cartoons do they like? Cartoons like a life. So yes, correct, Ikra. Everyone wants a personal Doraemon. You have to be your own personal Doraemon. Monasa, Shinchan, Chota Bheem. Correct. So that's what The purpose of this particular slide is Nobita has a drawer from where Doraemon came. I did the same every day. I used to look at my drawer. I thought Doraemon will come. Shravani, you know, don't just keep on being hopeful. Keep on opening the drawer because the drawer will also have your books, the stuff that you have to study, and one day you will make a robot like Doraemon probably. If you are someone inclined towards mathematics, and if you're inclined towards biology, well. So you know what I'm talking about here. So I just want a anywhere door from the Doraemon. That's it. I'm with you, Ikra. I want an anywhere door from Doraemon as well. Also has a stress, but the way he handles it, I just love it. Roshni, correct? Charlie Chaplin for that matter. So the way he used to walk, it was because of a condition that he had, and he just channelized all that pain into, like into being funny. You had to, you have to like you have to remember काय नसतं, enjoy. You have to remember to find the humor in everything. You have to remember to laugh at even at the expense of yourself at times. That bread to mug up everything, Prachiti, correct? Everyone has a different way of managing stress. Yes, yes, infinite ways, as are there infinite people. So, like you have said, what all things do you do when you are stressed? All of you have given these answers to me already. What do you do? Everyone, just write one answer. What do you do when you're stressed out? I may not be able to read all of them. I may not be able to read your names, but I'll try to do that. Watching cartoons, drawing, sleeping, and eating, no problem at all. I want big light and small light. Nida says, correct. I want, I want that as well. But after I get anywhere to crafting, listening to songs, correct. What else do you do when you're stressed out? Listening to songs, asking for help. Does anything else do you do? Does somebody clean, cleaning the clutter when you are stressed out? Yeah, सब साफ कर लेता हूँ सारी चीजें. Breathing, listening to songs. I sleep directly, Prachiti says. Writing, very good, Sakshi. Good, very good. You have to channel it. See greenery. Correct, Munaza. I wash dishes when I'm angry. Angry. Wow, that's good. I start eating, Nita says. Completing my work is the only way to get the stress out of me. Try to spend gonna be just make a note of all this, if you can save this chat box somehow. This is all these are all your notes from today's lecture. Stretch or do yoga, walking around in garden, yes, to just move about, to just channelize that energy which is penting up in your body, is how exercise helps you. I'll give this one example that I have just given. Looking at the pictures of your favorite people, yes, watching drama, correct. So potential energy. If I take this, if I take this, take a ball up, and it has potential energy. If I roll it down, it gets converted into kinetic energy. Understood? फिजिक्स में तो है ही, ये तो दोनों को लगेगा, मैथ्स वालों को भी लगेगा, बायोलॉजी वालों को भी लगेगा. So the ball gets rolled down, it gets converted into kinetic energy. So in life, since you cannot run away or you cannot fight every situation, there is this pent up potential energy, in your brain basically, and your brain is trying to manage that. Your brain is holding that ball from rolling down and getting you hurt. Is that understood? Scrolling Instagram is the most common nowadays. Yeah. Idrisi, tell me about it. I mostly use Instagram to post photos, and write some stuff over the photos that I think. That's how I manage my stress. I write. So did you understand that? So the kinetic, the kinetic energy, how the potential energy gets converted into the kinetic energy, and your brain is holding it, because in life, if that ball goes on, hold it, and that's how we survive. That's how we manage the stress. Okay, so these are all the things that we have to do, writing a letter, expressing your gratitude, watching Shinchan, and thinking that that we will get our anywhere door, thinking that when we open the door, the Doraemon will come out. I hope it is not scary. तारक मेहता का उल्टा चश्मा, या बहुत दिनों से उल्टा है वो, और वैसे ही चलते आ रहे हैं. It's also many people like it. The Kapil Sharma show, correct. So all of you have given me these beautiful answers, to how, what do you do when you feel you're stressed out? Read novels to escape reality. Read J.K. Rowling. She wrote Harry Potter, to channelize her stress, that her mother was suffering from multiple sclerosis. So her mother was, at times, she said in an interview that at times her mother used to behave like something else, and at other times she used to behave like something else. So she managed that, she channelized that. Just give me a moment. I think there's someone on my door. Just give me a moment. Again, So I am back again. Can everyone see me? So अभी मेरा lunch आ गया. So you get it. So that we have to manage all these things like while we are doing. So mostly reading books help us stress out and learning something, getting some knowledge. It's very good, very good. Appreciating all these responses. So what was I saying? Yeah, you have to learn to manage the stress with whichever ways you can. So J.K. Rowling. So J.K. Rowling said that her mother was having this condition in which she was behaving very oddly, and at times she used to feel like all the hope from her, like all the life from her was getting sucked out, which was what was the inspiration for her to come up with the character of in Harry Potter. If you have watched it, Dementors. So yes, her writings were rejected as well, but she did not give up. So not giving up. So this next slide is just my photo in PP kit when I was doing my residency. I was posted in the COVID ward, and I was so this was a moment. This was just a photo that I clicked like at the downside of the pandemic while after completing my ward work and while going back. Yeah, this is me in the PP kit. So it just felt like in this particular this situation just felt like we are like these astronauts and we are not looking for life, but we are trying to save life being in that in that suit. Thank you, Ikra. That costume, I have to just press a button to get suited up like Iron Man here. Thank you. Thank you. How do I feel? I I'm feeling you stressed here talking to all of you. A new Avenger. Yeah, all of us are yeah, we are all contributing to the world in our own little ways. Like, and if you even if you help someone, go through all these things, COVID warrior. Yeah, that's one thing that has been given to us. But that's our duty. I just like to think that it is our duty. Now we are called for the duty. We went there. Someone else, tomorrow someone else will be called for the duty. If there is earthquake, maybe engineers will be called for the duty to make sure that everything gets back to the play how it was. So it's our duties, and in all of our duties lies our each other's responsibilities. In my duty as a doctor lies your right to health, correct? So if we do our duties correctly, no one will have to fight for their responsibilities. Is that right? No. I'm not that humble, Nida. uh, you know, see, I have just posted my photo over here. So nowadays, like all doctors are like hero, and you're one of them. So you too. Thank you, Ikra. Thank you, Aisha.
Hey.
So I think we will be, we will be, we might be running out of time, but nevertheless, this is one more thing that I wanted to share. What happens, you may have faced that people might just make fun of you, and you feel bad, when your friends make fun of you and they laugh at you, you feel bad, right? Coming back from the bigger problems to a more personal problem. यार उसने ऐसा क्यों बोला मुझे? गुस्सा आता है, अच्छा नहीं लगता है. Yeah, they judge us without knowing, तुम simple things तुम मोटे हो, तुम बहुत गुस्सा आता है, they people make fun of us on the basis of appearance, right? तुम मोटे हो, तुम dark colored हो, they discriminate on the basis of flaws. अगर कोई बहुत shy है तो उसको चिढ़ाएंगे, ये क्या, इसको तो समझ में नहीं आता है ना? They make fun of us and we feel bad about it, right? So this is one example from this show, which is Game of Thrones. So maybe you watch it later, after you cross your 20s as well. Then only you would be able to understand the complete weight of that world and everything. So it should be watched by people who have crossed that particular time, in their life basically. But this is one quote from that. This is one character, Tyrion Lannister. He says that self acceptance is the key. He's a dwarf. Okay, I think maybe you might have watched it already, but nevertheless, you know, never forget what you are. The rest of the world will not. Wear it like armor, and it can never be used to hurt you. Simply, he was just like, making fun of another character, and he was feeling hurt, and he just said this thing to him that, never forget what you are. The rest of the world will not, and use it like a armor. It can never be used to hurt you. What does that mean? If someone comes up to me and say कि यार तू कितना मोटा हो गया, मुझे अंदर से अच्छा नहीं लगता, फिर वी गेट ऑन द डिफेंसिव मोड. अरे नहीं यार, इतना ज्यादा वजन नहीं बढ़ा है मेरा, इतना ज्यादा नहीं बढ़ा है ना? बिल्कुल भी ज्यादा ज्यादा मैं आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू लूज वेट और समथिंग, वी जस्ट गेट डिफेंसिव. व्हाट वी कैन डू इंस्टेड इज कि हाँ यार, ये 20 किलो बढ़ गया पिछले 1 महीने में, आई कांट हेल्प, बहुत ही ज्यादा भूख लगती है. जस्ट मेक फन ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट राइट देयर. किसी ने अगर बोला यार यू आर जस्ट वेरी डार्क और समथिंग, हाँ यार, बहुत प्रॉब्लम होता है, इसलिए मैं अंधेरा होने से पहले घर पे चली जाती हूँ. When you make fun of yourself now, the people who are trying to make fun of you, they take a step back. They just like, अरे इसको तो कुछ फर्क ही नहीं पड़ा. They don't know what to say after that. You just use that particular thing, and make it as. So basically, never forget what you are. The rest of the world will not, and they will always use it they will always, intentionally, unintentionally, they might just use it to hurt you. But wear it like the armor. It can never be used to hurt you. Is that understood? If that is understood, I'll move ahead. Only few slides are left. Yes, very good, very good, very good. Next thing, just nothing, just a slide. We are world in ourselves. Basically, you might feel like you are. This is something that I have read somewhere. You might feel like an atom in this whole universe, but remember that you yourself are a universe of atoms. So they all have to exist as well. In synchrony with the environment and the universe around you, in synchrony with the people that are around you. You have to keep on living and managing that stress. And if at all there is any problem, seek help. Seek help from a loved one, seek help from a professional, but always seek help. Okay. So this is what I would like to say, that I am not a teacher. So I have been blessed with wonderful teachers in my life. They have shaped me, to be who I am, to make sure where I reached. There have been teachers of English, teachers, so many teachers, so many people who have been there. I would like to say that I'm not a teacher. I'm only a fellow traveler of whom you ask the way. Like you ask, will you come and take the lecture on stress management? And I pointed ahead of myself as well as you, like George Bernard Shaw has said. So, although an interesting fact, doctor in Latin means teacher. So to docere means to teach. So doctor in Latin actually means teacher. So Malika says, sir, we can ignore them and can continue with what we are doing, things which makes me happy, feel great. Correct. Very good. So not even ignoring, just making the fun of the same thing, just using the same words. Not don't try to defend yourself. The moment you try to build a wall, they will try to break it. Yes, Ikra, self-acceptance. Accept how you are. Accept, yes, Roshni, your mistakes are your teachers, and this is easier said than done. I'm telling you. Idrisi, ये लोग क्या सोचेंगे, ये भी हम ही सोचेंगे, तो फिर लोग क्या सोचेंगे? You might have heard it someplace. So basically, you have to be able to make fun of yourself, to be able to make fun of all that thing basically. So that will help you tide through it. In Kapil Sharma show, was it? Okay, I did not know that. Great. So Kapil Sharma had something something interesting to add on to today's lecture on stress management. Fresh mind and fly with your heart out. Focus and achieve. Loving yourself is more important. लोग तो कहते ही रहेंगे भाई, लोगों का तो काम है कहना, right? But make fun of the same thing as well. Even if someone makes fun of your color of your skin or whatever it is, make fun of it. Take it a step further, and they wouldn't be able to do anything about it. It's easier said than done, trust me. But make it a habit. Next slide. Again, local trends. So Mumbai offers us so many opportunities. Like it's a, so Mumbai is an it's a different universe altogether. So so there's just so many people around you, so many avenues to explore yourself. You can launch yourself anywhere in the world from Mumbai. You're probably you are in one of the, if not greatest, but one of the greatest cities on the earth. It's where everything happens. You can there are so many opportunities, so many open mics, so whatever you want to do, there are so many opportunities here with so many people. So you can go ahead, and this was a photo of me and my friends at the time of when there was. I wouldn't advise you to go ahead on the on a seashore when there is high tide, but sometimes look at this three ways over here. Like, and I'm just trying to tell you these three ways of responding to stress with this photo. These are two of my friends over there. I am there in that striped t-shirt. So the guy who's on the right, he is the one who just he's in life. He's just standing right there in front of whatever is happening. The guy in the middle would just just stand there, with his back turned towards the ocean, and me would be standing there, facing the waves, but I'll just turn at the moment of the clicking photos. Do you understand the three ways of taking on the stress here in this photo? You can choose to be, whichever you can choose whichever way you want. You can just face it right there. You can just stand with your back. You have a place in the world. You do not have to go ahead and take a deep in the ocean. You can be someone who will just observe the waves, standing at the standing at the beach, standing at the marine drive, and just observe the waves. You may not like to go ahead and take a deep, but all of you have a place in the world. This is your way, this is your life. Don't let anyone else dictate it. Okay. So everyone's way of looking at things is unique, correct? This is just another way of my way of telling you that I am not so modest. This is just a photo when I went to the show. नेक्स्ट थिंग सो मुंबई मुंबई हैज दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी. अगर तुम्हें सिर्फ पोहा नहीं खाना है या फिर तुम्हें सिर्फ उपमा नहीं खाना है, तो ये कॉम्बिनेशन भी मुंबई में मिलता है. वन डे आई ऑर्डर दिस ऑन द संडे मॉर्निंग ब्रेकफास्ट, जिसमें पोहा भी है, शीरा भी है, उपमा भी है, खिचड़ी भी है, चारों चीजें. सो देयर इज अ कॉम्बो इज आल्सो अवेलेबल. सो मुंबई हैज ऑल द अपॉर्चुनिटीज अवेलेबल फॉर यू. You just have to look for it and ask for it and explore yourself, and get better at what you're doing, and try to find what you want to do in life. Ikra says sabudana is her favorite. It's my favorite too. Depends on how it's made. I like this one in particular. So is that understood? Great, great. I think we are nearing the end of the lecture. So this is just a photo of our Department of Psychiatry. That's me. Those are all of all of my friends, juniors, seniors, and everyone. And the point of this photo was that wherever you go in life, you will always find your own universe. You will always find your own people with you over there. And don't get bogged down, if you have to go someplace else, if you have come from someplace else to study here at Sophia College, so just remember that you will make your world wherever you go. A human being is capable of making his or her own world wherever they go, and that's why we have survived as a species. That's why we are staying from Arctics to the deserts of Sahara, and that's why we are continuously exploring and expanding our horizons. And that's what we have to remember, that we will create our own world wherever we go. Some like Newton's third law of motion, je zata te yeta. Or if you have to move someplace in life, you have to leave some things behind. This is from Interstellar. If you haven't watched Interstellar, I'll recommend it to you. You should watch it. So just to on how do I want to end this particular lecture. is just by this saying in Marathi, जीवाची मुंबई करा. व्यवस्थित राहा, काळजी घ्या, जीवाची मुंबई करा. आणि yeah, Roshni, every action has equal and opposite reaction. So if you have to move someplace else, you have to leave some things behind. किंवा जे जातं ते येतं. Oh, I'll give you the list of movies to watch, Umay. Yes, yes, yes. Mumbai Kara means it's just simply a expression. Like, they have used Mumbai as a verb. Like, जीवाची मुंबई करा मतलब काय नसतं. Enjoy. Mumbai Kara means Mumbai they have used as a verb here. Great. So that's what I wanted to say. And list of books as well, list of movies as well. I hope to see you all. Thank you very much actually for such amazing response. Like I was hooked from start to end in this lecture. Otherwise, I would have fallen asleep the way this guy was speaking. I can say that that this was one of the most on this platform, one of the most engaging lectures that I have taken, one of the most engaging talks that I have taken. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the faculty members and all the teachers for inviting me, for the principal and the vice principal for inviting me over to give this talk. So if anyone has any questions, I would like your teachers to take over now. And if you have any questions, I think we have spoken a lot. We have had this exchange of information, in reciprocation. So thank you so much. Thank you. So yes.
Really a great session, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayuri.
I request Latika ma'am now to propose a vote of thanks.
Sir, thank you very much for joining us today. Dr. Chaudhary, I cannot tell you, it was such an amazing session. I could see the way the students were responding. You made it so relatable, so experiential. Like I could see students putting in the chat box that this is an experience for them, not a session. And you even got an invitation to join us every week. So that just tells us and you how much this has been appreciated. Thank you, Doctor, for being with us today. I would also like to thank Dr. Shilby Xaviers for making this possible. Had she not invited you, this session would not have happened. And last but not the least, thank you, students, for being here and engaging in it every moment. Thank you so much. With that, we
Thank
end
you,
the
Latika ma'am.
session
I might even take you up on that offer to give lectures. If not every week, at least every month. And it says a lot about how you guys teach them as well. Like, how they have interacted and opened up on this platform and responded to me with this. It says a lot about you guys as well. And I have, great respect and admiration for the teachers that I had. And now I'm sure that they also have such great teachers. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Latika, you can end the meeting.
Yeah, I'll do that.